You can answer in the private chat. If you can see the question is, what NBA Hall of Famer's grandfather played with the very first iteration of the Eagles team and won the championship back in 1926? Viewership, please don't answer the question for them. This is only for the co-host.
Damn.
Can anybody guess?
That's deep.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Put John, you got to put it in the damn chat.
It was 1926. He was not black.
Well,
that's fact. So you got me there.
well,
Wait, you supposed to ask us a private chat?
Yeah, do you guys see a private chat? If not, then just put it in the chat.
Yeah, I see the private chat.
Okay, put it in the private chat. Again, Hall of Famer NBA player's grandfather played with the first iteration of the Philadelphia Eagles and won the championship back in 1926. I know it's a really deep question, and I'm gonna actually give you the roots of where this question came from. So let me put my little elevator music on. Y'all got 30 seconds.
That's tough.
Man, I don't even know. And that's like
Trivia
is up my alley, and this is one I don't even know.
I just threw something out there. Just name I've heard somewhere.
Oh, I know. I think I know.
Kobe.
Come on. All right, time's up. Come on. All right, so I'm gonna go down your guys' answers. I got John. You put Bob Cousy, and no. Kwame, you put Larry Bird. No, sir. I'm disappointed in you. You're an Eagles fan. You should know this. Dale, you put Nate Archibald. I haven't heard that name in so long.
Celtics, right?
Wrong. No. And somebody also put Bob Cousy as well. Trail. So the answer to this question is, check this out. You're not gonna believe it. John Stockton.
Yeah.
John Stockton.
Oh, we know it was somebody white though.
Yeah, I knew he wasn't black. I know that.
John Stockton.
I never got that.
So let me give you the origins of why I came up with this question. So John Stockton actually he was name dropped in the Super Bowl by Kendrick Lamar, and it just so happened to be his grandfather played for the first iteration of the Eagles. Remember, he's about to pass on his body like John Stockton. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see what I'm coming from?
I did not know that.
That was clever.
Yeah. I had to throw something in there for you guys. So.
Only John Stockton and his family know that.
Pretty much.
All right, good people. Sponsorships before we get right into it. We got Factor 75. My code is right there down below. We also got Bet US 125% off. And all the other links down below for my Amazon affiliate code for all the equipment that I use. Let's get right into the thick of things. Where my guy Dale go?
I'm here.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure you ain't leave. All right, so we're gonna get right into the thick of things. The Philadelphia Eagles won our second championship in like the last 7 years. I am going to let my brother take the head with this one. What did you think about the Super Bowl overall, Kwame?
It was the greatest, second greatest moment. I should say third, other than the birth of my son. But it was the second greatest back in 2018 and this time. I did not cry this time. I did not get to go to the Super Bowl. Went to the championship game, made it to the parade, but it's definitely the highlight of my year. Probably going to be the highlight of the next couple of years because I think we're going to be back and we're going to win it at least 2 more times before this decade is over.
Okay. All right. Cody, what you think? Cody, let me get your thoughts on this Super Bowl.
It played the way that we said when you were on our show. It played the way that we thought. We did say it was going to be a runaway for the Eagles. And to be honest with you, I wasn't like a lot of people. And, you and I were texting back and forth. I never thought it was over until it was over, just because the simple fact of the matter is it felt like the NFL was just trying to find a way and we've seen Patrick Mahomes do dumb shit and come back from points before. So, but I do think that we can say that Tom Brady does have a curse on Patrick Mahomes. So
he definitely does. He definitely does. John, what's your thoughts, man? John, let me get your thoughts.
For the season, I had the Eagles. I had the Chiefs and the Lions in the Super Bowl. So I had picked the Chiefs just because I wanted to be halfway right, since I didn't want to backtrack on my pick. But as far as with the game, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that. I could see the Eagles possibly winning, but a beatdown like that was not on the bingo card. And it just shows you defense wins championships, because I can relate to when the Broncos lost to the Seahawks. We got curb stomped 43-8, and we had the number one offense in NFL history. Fast forward 2 years later, we beat Carolina 24-10 with a mediocre offense and the number one defense. So it just tells you.
Hey man, yeah, that's true. Our defense. I got a statistic for the defense too, but let my guy Trell go. Trell, what are your thoughts? Trell, you got your mic muted.
All right, my bad. I was looking. It reminded me of the Kansas City game against the Niners, the first one, where they was down, and they usually have the habit of they go down and then they have this monumental comeback. So I'm like, I wasn't really tripping because I had the Eagles winning the whole game. But when the score kept getting racked up and Mahomes threw a pick six, I would say, no, this game is different. I don't think they're going to come back from this. And then when he threw a pick again, which led to the Eagles scoring, which at that point they might as well just throw another pick six. So that was the easy touchdown pass. I'm like, this game is wraps. There ain't no way. And then the calls were going the Eagles' way, which is like rare because almost the whole season the calls are going the Chiefs' way. So I was looking for everybody to say, where's the Eagles? Where's the refs now? Did they forget to go to the Super Bowl? Did they get fired on the way to the Super Bowl and they got replaced by actual refs that's on the NFL payroll, not the Mahomes payroll? It was a bad omen for the Chiefs all day, and I thought for sure that Saquon was going to be a factor, but it was Jalen Hurts.
It was Jalen Hurts. I got some for Jalen Hurts too. Dale, last but not least, what are your takes?
Definitely didn't predict that. But I mean, the Eagles spagnola. Like that's what happened, and that's the recipe to win championships and beat a good quarterback. Like one of the best quarterbacks in the league. We've seen it already with Brady. You get pressure with 4, it's hard to complete passes in the NFL. Don't care who you are. And we saw Mahomes become human, and we saw Andy Reid become human, and this thing can happen to anybody if you get pressure with 4.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
I do not know where John. I believe it's the Broncos. Coleman, where does your allegiance lie?
I'm a Texans fan.
Okay, cool. I just need to know that.
Yeah. I am.
Okay. So
sound till I drown.
He got the blunt of the refs with the Houston Texans and Patrick. All right, so look, check this out, guys. I watched that game, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought the refs was gonna be on some bullshit because there was a invisible offensive pass interference, which they rarely never call on AJ Brown, and I was shocked. I was like, here we go again. But and again, this is a free fall for anybody to chime in if you see it in. Please, by all, tell me. But my whole synopsis of the game was Jalen Hurts. It is fueled by the hate that the mainstream media gives him, and he proved he can do it on a large scale. Now, hot take, Jalen would have won the MVP the last Super Bowl if the Eagles would have won. Point blank, period.
Dig deeper into Jalen. Philly made Jalen. Bama tried, Oklahoma tried, but Philly made Jalen. We give our players a lot of criticism. Jalen took it, and we made him stronger. He is going to be a Hall of Famer at one point. 2-time Super Bowl first 5 years, and I think he's going back at least 2 more times. He's going to get it there. We made him.
It all depends on the
Oklahoma didn't
coordinator.
do a bad job with Hurts now.
Say
Go
that
ahead,
again.
Oklahoma didn't do a bad job with Hurts.
They didn't make him a champion like we did.
I think the biggest thing that happened with him in college was the confidence. I mean, the mere fact that you got replaced by Tua in the national championship game, that could blow anybody's confidence.
But
And
you forget he replaced Tua too. He did the same thing to Tua. He did the same thing to Tua.
He did. But it took a toll on him when he had to transfer out. Well, I wouldn't even say it took a toll on him. I would have transferred out too if that would have happened to me. Anybody in their right mind would have transferred out of that school. If you are a starter for a national championship team and you get replaced, yes, you're going to another school. That's hands down. But I think Jalen Hurts needs more credit than what people give him because he's faced adversity after adversity after adversity. I mean, when he got drafted, he was a second-round draft pick. It was already people denying him, saying that he's not really a good quarterback. Hell, the head coach, Kwame, what's the head coach that won us the first Super Bowl? I always draw a blank on his name. Peterson. Doug Peterson didn't really believe in Hurts either.
But you really can't say that. We did draft him in the second round with Carson Wentz there. At least we knew Carson Wentz was a loser, which he is.
Because he don't have a statue. Big Dick Nick does.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey,
I can't say, yo. Anyway, yo.
I mean, Nick Foles, you know, I saw this online, and I know we're doing a lot of Eagles talk, but they try to say put the top 5 Eagle quarterbacks in order. Right now, it's Hurts, Foles, and then that's where it gets kind of questionable. Where I say,
Time out.
Where's Jaworski?
Donovan McNabb and Randall Cunningham?
Yeah, they got
Get out of here, man! Just because he won a Super Bowl,
done.
man.
I disagree with you, Kwame. I can't put Nick Foles up there.
I want to hear what
sorry.
y'all got to say. What y'all say? What y'all saying?
Just because he won a Super Bowl does not make him a top. He's an Eagles legend, but he ain't better than Donovan McNabb or dang ain't no Randall Cunningham. He's not even better than Michael Vick.
He got the job done. Hey, as a lifelong Eagles fan, he got the job done.
Hey, you know what? Hey, Nick Foles did beat Brady. He's one of the few that's beaten Brady at the Super Bowl.
Eli did.
He's one of the few.
Ever. Drew Brees.
We never beat Brady.
We can't be serious right now. Listen, I can't put
Wait,
Nick Foles
what?
that
What?
high.
We never beat Brady. What you mean?
Who?
In the Super Bowl.
I mean, well, okay, we never beat him in the Super Bowl, but you know.
No, I'm talking about the Super Bowl. I know we beat him in that year. I remember. I'm talking about the Super Bowl.
Okay. Sorry. So you're
Well, who's the greatest Saints quarterback?
Who's the same? Aaron Brooks.
come on,
Nigga,
now.
hey, you know what?
Come on, now.
That's fighting words, dog.
Come on, now. Don't disrespect Breeze like
The
that.
only
not
Negro
going to-
quarterback we like to forget about.
I got one that's deeper. I'm coming for you, John. Who's the greatest Bronco quarterback?
Oh, it's Elway. Do not give me Peyton. It's Elway. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. It's Elway.
Yeah, because they didn't even give Peyton Manning the MVP. in the
Coleman,
Super
what you
Bowl.
gonna say? Who you call for Broncos?
I have to agree. I have to agree that it's Elway, but if I had to pick between the two, I'd take Peyton over. Like as a Bronco, it's Elway, but as a player, it's Peyton. If I'm splitting hairs,
John?
Yeah.
I duck throwing Peyton.
yeah, John, we already had this conversation. We're not going to rehash this shit.
I know.
You know
I
I'm with Peyton Manning. You know where I stand with
I
Peyton
know how
Manning.
you feel about Peyton, Cody. I know how you feel about Peyton. I know how you feel about Peyton. That's why I'm messing with you. You know.
But I love John. I love John Elway. But
Yeah.
if I'm digging deep down into the hole of Broncos players, mine was a running back. My favorite player that played for the Broncos was a running back.
Mine too.
Terrell Davis?
TD.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
of course.
Yeah.
Because he's
Wait,
a Georgia
wait.
Bulldog. He's a Georgia Bulldog. That's one of the reasons.
So Cody,
I got
wait. You put go back to the quarterbacks. You're putting Peyton over John Elway? Did I hear that right?
In quarterbacking, yes. Peyton is at least
You're going by
I had to be
stats.
the-
You're going by regular season stats.
yeah, if I'm picking quarterback of all time, yeah. Elway
Okay.
is probably top. I think we said maybe top 6 in my opinion.
Mhm.
It's top 6. I believe it's very fluid between like 3 and 6 somewhere in there. But the top 2 are Brady and Manning,
Fluid,
whichever
okay.
order you want to
This
put
is
them in.
fluid.
Yeah, it's fluid. It's fluid. Yeah,
Okay.
it's fluid, bro.
All
It's fluid.
right. All right. Anyway, back to the Eagles talk. You guys over there arguing. I was actually very, very surprised at the first half going into the second half. I wasn't expecting it to be a blowout as it was. And I looked at the stats too, and we did not blitz not one time in that game. It was just our front four, which is even more shocking.
Bulldogs.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
Georgia Bulldogs. Yes.
Thank
You
you.
got
Thank you.
Nolan Smith, you got Davis, and you got Carter.
Thank you.
All front three. And we
Who
would
will
have had
soon be-
4.
Who will soon be the highest paid defensive player in the NFL in about 2 years?
Yeah, oh, no doubt. No, he's gonna get Aaron Darnold money for sure, and it's not even close. But I mean, I'm just taken aback at looking at that stat, and then also looking at the stat of we got the youngest defense in the league, averaging 25. The average age is 25 with our defense. It's crazy. And they're still under contract. The only people that are really leaving is Sweat and Bond. So
it's kind of deeper than that because the defensive line played great. But if you look back 2 years ago when we played in those horrible field conditions, the same thing was supposed to happen.
Like what?
Except that the field conditions were horrible. We couldn't get a sack. We couldn't get anything because everybody was slipping and sliding. We should have did the same thing we did this game in that other Super Bowl against Kansas City. But we were indoors this time. We were playing in the dome, field conditions perfect, and so we did what we had to do.
Y'all welcome.
Listen. I agree with you, Kwame, because I completely forgot about that. I completely forgot the fact that first Super Bowl with Jalen, it was issues with the turf. The what?
It was Watergate. It was grass field. They overwatered it. Something happened out there. It was a lot.
Yeah, they had to change their cleats. So I guess they made sure the equipment manager had the right cleats on there, and it was just like sliding all over the place.
It wasn't a grass field.
It was turf.
They bring the grass in that morning. They don't. It's not natural grass on up there. They don't.
Yeah, and everybody was saying it was just slippery. What was it? What was it?
It was that. That was it. Because Jalen Hurts, he had the 11s on, then he went back. Then he went to the ones in the second half. So I saw you like what Kwame just said. He changed like all of them pretty much changed their cleats at halftime.
They had to.
Yeah.
We weren't getting the Hurts. I mean, not Hurts. We weren't getting the Patrick Mahomes. It was slipping and sliding. Hassan Reddick had like 3 sacks, and he just kept falling. I'm watching the game. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. So that preparation.
You on mute, Dale.
Dale, you saying something? Oh, okay. Yeah, I was saying that, like, with that preparation into this game, we just straight out balled. It wasn't any issues with the cleats. Our defense, that front four is dangerous. And then imagine, I like to flirt on the side of fantasy when it comes to like rosters. Imagine if we get like Myles Garrett.
I don't.
I know we don't got the cap space.
Yeah.
That guy can dream.
Are you going to give up Jordan Davis for him? Are you going to give up Jordan Davis and some picks for him?
No.
We're throwing away our future trying to get Myles Garrett. His contract is ridiculous. We don't need that. Why?
Yeah. I mean, why not?
But one of the things I did notice was Bryce Huff did not play. And
yes, I thought about that too. And he got a nice little contract. So I did see somewhere where if we trade him before, I think June, one of the deadlines, we won't take as much of a cap hit if we can get some trade value for Bryce Huff. It's I gotta look back at the details, but we can save some money if we get rid of Bryce Huff in via a trade because he's under contract right now. So that did kind of bother me. It was like, give us Hassan Reddick back then. He's on the market.
No,
he doesn't want to be there.
You don't want Hassan Reddick. I think he was a cancer in the locker room. I really do believe that he was sack hunting, trying to get paid, and therefore, he didn't play the one. I don't know if he wants Hassan Reddick.
I got my I got my
serious
guy Nick
allegations.
Freeze. Nick, you are fashionably. You are always fashionably late. I expected that from you. What's up, my guy Nick? Shout out to my guy Nick.
I'm not even gonna lie. I was about to leave when I heard sack chase, and I was like, "Nah, this ain't the show for me. I'm gonna get up out of here."
Oh, no.
Nick, what up, fam?
What it do, fam? How y'all doing?
Yeah, we good. The other half of sports for you, my guy Nick Freeze. Welcome in. Give him a hand clap, good people. Give him a hand clap. Let's go.
Where does his allegiance lie?
Nick, who's your team?
I am a Raiders fan, of course.
Oh,
If y'all don't know already. Yep.
sheesh.
Yep. I know. I've heard it all. Oh, you think that's bad? I'm a Clippers fan too.
hey, Nick, look, check this out. Y'all fucked over the Sixers. My brother is a Sixers fan. Y'all gave them the bum ass. Why'd y'all give him that bum ass? Who they give
Paul
you?
George.
Paul George.
Hey,
Why
They
y'all
try
give
to
him
tell
Paul George?
people. They try to tell people.
Hey, look. I remember at the beginning of the year, people was like, we was crazy for letting him leave and all this stuff. It's like, yeah, Clippers tripping. They did all this and all that. What's going on? Paul George is playing terrible. I mean, he is looking bad out there. Hey, he ain't our problem no more.
What's your problem, Tommy?
I
76.
can't
Mhm.
argue with you.
Look, they tanking, just like the Spurs are.
Yeah, but we don't have a first round pick. That is not true. We lost our first
Yeah.
round pick, so we not.
They can't afford the tank.
Damn. Anyway, Nick, since you just joined us, I need to get your take on the Super Bowl overall. Give me a quick hot take.
The hot take was the week before I had called this ass whooping that happened.
He did.
You know,
He did.
I was like, everybody was talking about the game. I was like, nah, this is not going to be close. This is going to be. I saw it because it's just simple football. You know, the Eagles' offensive line and defensive line were better than Kansas City's, and that's what it just really boiled down to. The big boys up in front, they won the game.
All right, yeah. And two, if you looked at Vegas, the numbers were like Cody. I was on your show and I was like, look at the numbers, they going down. You even said it. I'm like, that's a telltale sign. Vegas
half a
usually
point
knows.
as low as it was.
Yeah, Vegas usually knows.
The real Eagles MVP is our GM. How many of you guys would love to see your team assembled like ours is?
I love to see your fucking GM take a beer to the head and then just keep going. He's a fucking G. Howie is a G.
Hey,
I seen that.
Hey.
Can I say something? Let me respond to Kwame right quick before Nick does.
go ahead.
I got to give my owner credit too, because Howie Roseman could have easily took his ball and went to another organization and built a dynasty there, but he stayed there out of loyalty to the Eagles. And then when the Chip Kelly era pretty much fell flat on his face, he was right there to pick up the pieces. So he needs to get more credit for that. Jeffrey Lurie gets credit for a minute. I effed up by giving Howie Roseman's control to someone who never had experience doing it.
Yeah, that we don't talk about that Chip Kelly era. We forgot about that era, you know.
I mean, I hate to pile on, but behind the Patriots since 2000, it's us. As far as success goes, it's a well-run organization. But this roster, I can't believe it. You know, I came up when McNabb, his best receiver was T.O. and Brian Westbrook. But other than that, it was Todd Pinkston, James Thrash. Like, who are those guys? Like, if this roster, this stuff could have got done.
No, this roster was stacked. Go ahead, Nick.
You need to thank some of these idiot teams, including my Raiders, for some of this happening too. Like the idiot Titans who decided to trade y'all AJ Brown. What an idiot trade. Then the Raiders who has needed like interior presence since Richard Seymour retired, had a chance to get Jalen Carter, but they decided not to get him because of because of something that happened that wasn't even his fault. So guess what happens? The Eagles is like, shit, y'all don't want him? Guess what? We got half his team over here. Come up over here.
He was supposed to go number one, like that whole draft, but that whole DUI issue.
Yeah, but he wasn't going to go number one overall. He had number one overall talent, but he was going to go number one overall for sure. But he for sure would have been with number 4 instead of us drafting stupid ass Tyree Wilson.
We'll take it. We'll take
I
it.
definitely credit the Eagles for drafting SEC players, but that's what they do. And if I was in place in a GM role, maybe I could have done the same thing too. But listen, GMs like guys from the Saints, we like to draft people from North Iowa, Northern Iowa, because we like to prove that we're the smartest people in the room. Instead, see, y'all doing it the easy way by drafting from the SEC.
No,
Dale, I feel like that was a backhanded compliment, though. I feel like that was a backhanded compliment. No. Kwame, you felt that too? I felt that shit too. What was that?
We drafted a guy from Toledo and Iowa. Come on, Dale. Give us credit.
Yeah.
Oh, the Amazing White.
The exciting, get it right. It's an exciting white. God damn it.
Excuse me, the exciting whites.
In Middle Tennessee State. Come on, Dale.
Dale was trying to be. He had some slick shade talking about something. If I just drafted SEC guys too, I could be a GM. Dog, listen, we had the foresight to draft who we drafted. I mean, we got Alabama on our team with Devontae Smith. Jalen Hurts, kind of, sort of, even though
he's Alabama. I don't give a shit about Oklahoma.
Okay,
Oklahoma. I'm not giving Bama credit.
Yeah. Okay, and then all Georgia players, because nobody wanted to pick up Eli Ricks for whatever reason. Nobody wanted to get Jordan Davis when we got him.
Idiots.
Kobe Dean.
Idiots.
Nolan Smith fell to the end of the first round.
He runs a 4-3, by the way.
He runs a 4-3.
But the trump card was the Giants. Thanks the Giants organization for giving us.
I'm working on my shirt. Thank you, Giants.
The God Barkley, the greatest running back. He will make the Hall of Fame with 3 more years like this year.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, because without Saquon, who I mean, I'm not saying y'all wouldn't have made it to the Super Bowl, but who knows how that path would have took if y'all never got Saquon.
No, Saquon put us over the top. No doubt about that. Because last year we couldn't run the ball. We wouldn't hand the ball to Swift because we didn't believe in him. But this year it was so obvious. Saquon got 25 carries every game because it was just like, give him the ball when everything else is not going right. Give Saquon the ball. And he made stuff.
Damn ball. Give me the damn ball.
I mean, 25 carries in the Super Bowl and you only get 50 yards. That's proving a point. That's saying, hey, we're going to run it down your throats. Then you got to stop.
They committed to the run. And it worked out for the best because, I mean, it was one or the other. You got one-on-one coverage with Devontae Smith or A.J. Brown, which should never be. You should always have 2 safeties high. But with Saquon as that running threat, and a few times he broke, I think he broke for 10 yards one time. It was just we rather have 8 in the box versus being, getting beat.
$20 million wide receivers on the same team. What a wonderful GM.
Crazy. All right, folks, let me break up the monotony there. I got my second question. Nick, you missed the first question. Nobody got it right. My second question, and this time anybody can answer it. Let me see. It's down below 2. What year did the Philadelphia Eagles go to their first Super Bowl? Who was the quarterback and head coach? This should be a very easy one.
And Ron Jaworski.
I know the coach was Dick Vermeil. I can't remember the year. 80 or 81.
I was saying
all I got is Vermeil.
You got
I ain't gonna say his first name. Yeah, I ain't gonna say his first name.
It's Dick Vermeil.
Richard Vermeil.
1981, and it's Ron Jaworski.
Y'all got that.
Y'all better call him Rich.
His name is long.
It's Jaws Jaworski. Is the quarterback. Jaws Jaworski, Dick Vermeil. It was 1981.
Yeah.
Dog.
Okay.
Hey, having a football team that has a guy named Dick Vermeil and Jaws on the same team is absolutely the funniest thing that can happen in the history of sports.
All right. You guys are right. 1981. It was Dick Vermeil, the head coach, and Ron Jaworski or Jaws as the quarterback. but
Ron Jaworski Polish. Hey, Nick.
And they lost to Knicks Raiders.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I was waiting for it to happen. I was waiting for y'all to say who they lost to.
I was about to say, Nick, who
Madden was the coach, right?
Who?
Madden was the coach, right?
Yeah, John Madden was the coach.
Yeah, that was John Madden's team.
Yeah. Yep. So that's the second question. I got one more. We're gonna do that at the end of the show.
And it was also in New Orleans, by the way.
Oh yes! Look at that bonus points. My God,
Hey,
I told you,
also an ass
the
whooping
first
too.
one just threw me off.
Hey, Nick.
It was definitely an ass whooping.
Come on, Nick.
Should I ask Nick the first question?
Come on. We ain't gotta talk about all that.
Nick, do you
man, that's old shit, man. We all good.
Hey, look, Nick, let me ask you this question. The first question I asked was, who was the NBA Hall of Famer's grandfather that played in the first championship that the Eagles ever won, but it was a different team at that time. You know what NBA Hall of Famer's grandfather played?
Nobody gonna get that.
That's a tough question.
I'll give you a small hint. I'll give you a small hint.
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick Lamar had this person in his lyrics.
Worst hint ever.
What, Kobe?
No, bro. He literally performed the song
not like us.
Oh, bro, my bad, y'all. I smoked a lot of weed before I came on the show. My brain's kind of sunk right now. Who was he talking about? And not like us.
That's a hard one.
Oh,
it's a full circle moment. That's why.
Though. It was good. It was a good question.
That's a good question. I don't know.
I'm about to pass on this body. I'm John Stockton.
Wow. Why did I think about that?
Oh man, yeah, that was the
that's a good question right there.
It's full circle. I had to put it in there. I was like, you know what? I cannot have that question in there. It got to go in there because it's gonna throw a lot of people off. But
for sure.
Just little tidbits for you guys, you know. Anyway, back to this Eagles dynasty that we're working on. Anyway, I'm not shocked at the defense. We did our thing. Jalen Hurts going through his ninth offensive coordinator. Anybody got any questions about that?
I brought it up last night. I brought this up last night on the show. We had facts and stats and they're Eagles fan, and my boy Rob, he's an Eagles fan. He had no problem with y'all promoting within. I thought y'all should have maybe expanded the search. So obviously y'all have to start to tell it more. Maybe go ahead and see who's the hottest OC outside of Philly to see the next guy. But that's y'all the Eagle fans. Y'all can tell them y'all know more than me.
Kevin Paluto has been with us since 2021. But he hasn't really held down like a solid position. If I'm just looking at his wiki, he hasn't been like an offensive coordinator. So this would be his first like top role, and he doesn't stay places long. I seen it. He's like the longest place he stayed was for like 4 or 3 years at Arizona, and that was as a graduate assistant. Like the Eagles would be the longest tenure he's had, but now he's an offensive coordinator. So I don't know. It's been wide receiver coach or offensive assistant coordinator or some crap. So I mean, this is going to be interesting.
That's why AJ Brown likes him.
Yeah, because he was in Tennessee too, but not when AJ was there. He was just in Tennessee. He's been everywhere in the NFL, damn near. So, we'll see how this works. I think because we came off of a Super Bowl, we didn't have enough time to actually go out and interview anybody. So he's just the default. Hopefully, after this season, I'm gonna just chalk this next season up as what it is until we get like an official coordinator, because it's a lot. Like Eric Bieniemy was floating out there, but Eric Bieniemy got hired somewhere else as a running backs coach. And I'm like, how the hell does nobody pick up Eric Bieniemy as an OC or a head coach? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Anybody know the story behind why he is not a head coach? Or
they said he's not good at interviews. Supposedly, he's not good at interviews.
And some people try to hold it.
So he talked himself out of a job.
He had some baggage at Colorado, which people still hold against him.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
Am I lying here?
I mean, he's gonna go be a running back. He's a running backs coach for the Bears now. So
yeah,
but he's going to get the OC job. You know what I'm saying?
Look, all I got to say is this: that Kansas City offense looks a lot different without him being up over there. That's all I have to say.
100%.
It looks like a whole different team without him being up over there. I'm gonna just leave it at that, and I think we all know where we're going with that one.
I say his stop at the Redskins or the Commanders hurt him also because they didn't do nothing.
Well, they didn't have nothing, so there was really nothing to work with. Yeah, that's like holding what happened with the Chargers to Kellen Moore. Like Justin Herbert got hurt. You can't do too much when you got Easton Stick as your quarterback. Exactly.
That's another weird name.
Exactly.
Okay, so I mean I'll give Jalen a mulligan for next year. He did his thing.
Nah.
What? Why?
Because Jalen knows who he is now. With Saquon, as long as Saquon is back there to kind of protect him, and he has AJ and Devontae on the outside along with Goddard, I don't think it's going to be any stepping back going forward. Jalen's going to play with that confidence. The defense is still going to be great. There's no stepping back from here.
Yeah, but if it is a step back, guess what's going to happen? Nick Sirianni is going to catch the blunt of that, and it's going to be hella questions. Even with the Super Bowl, it's going to be like, can you really coach, or is it your coordinators? Because Kellen Moore was great.
3 years of grace.
Wait. Hold on. With that statement right there, if John Harbaugh's gotten passes all these years, I think Nick Sirianni would be okay.
Yeah.
It's not.
He should be okay.
It's not.
He should be okay.
Media. It's literally the media that's going to, like, before the season even started, mainstream media was already saying he doesn't know what he's doing. It's the coordinators that's running the show. It's the players. It is what it is in terms of how do you feel about Sirianni.
I don't know if any of you guys, I mean, probably not, but I'm probably one in here that watches him. But I don't know if anybody watches Pat McAfee, right?
I watch him all the time.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys watch Coach, like when Ty does Coach Tyriani, and they kept saying big dumb dipshit, like literally kept calling Nick Sirianni a big dumb dipshit, and he's like, you can tongue my beanbag. And that's literally what Nick Sirianni. That's what I'm just saying, bro. Like, don't call him a big dumb dipshit. He may not be like the most coach that anybody is, but he's a dude I would love to play for. Shit. Like, I mean, he just seems like he's always having a good thing on the sideline. And then anybody that's got Big Dom backing him up, I'm not fucking with them. I'm literally not. Like,
I'm not picking with Jalen Carter. He was gonna lose. I don't care about Big Dom or whatever. He was gonna lose that one.
So Sirianni is also Italian, and Philly, Big Dom's Italian, and Philly, we have a huge Italian culture. And it plays. He is acting like he was born and raised in Philly. That's how we do. And I think he fits in as long as he's winning. So, but I think he has at least 4 years of grace before any of those talks. And the way our defense and the way we're so young, he'll be there another 10 years. So.
Kwame, you forget you have a short memory of the last head coach who won as a Super Bowl when we booted him out quick.
Peterson was different.
Different circumstances.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, what I'm saying is, like, how the fuck can you compare, though? Like, Andy Reid was not Andy Reid that we know as Andy Reid now. And he had what? He had 13 seasons as a head coach for the Eagles, right? 13 seasons. The Philadelphia media is that damn cutthroat to where they won't give the guy that's taken them to 2 and 1 in the past 3 years. Like, come on now, Philly, chill the fuck out. Like, chill out.
Andy Reid was different simply because he has some issues. One, he was a GM, so it was all on him, us not performing well. He brought in the players. We had a horrible season. And then you got to look at his personal life. His son, like, killed somebody with a hit and run. You got that.
Yeah.
So that was a huge part of him having to get out of Philly. He had some serious issues in Philly. That's why he had to go.
I'm just saying that they held on to him for 13 years.
Yeah.
And these people are all ready to get rid of Sirianni after one bombing at the end of this last season. coming off of a Super Bowl the year before, and he's winning one now. If y'all was to come back and do what majority of every team, minus the fucking Chiefs, with that Super Bowl hangover bullshit, and people start saying, "Oh, Sirianni's got to go," that's the dumbest fair weather fan bullshit I have ever heard in my life. Like, I hate it. You people have not lived. You have not lived my life, right? Like the bottom of the barrel, scraping just to get by. Like with coaches that should have never been head coaches in the first place, or Saints fans down here having to wear fucking bags over their head.
Or deal with Al Davis. Let's not forget Al Davis.
Yeah, exactly.
Peyton years. Coleman, he also was ready to get rid of Howie and Nick Sirianni.
I'm just saying, like it's stupid.
Howie Roseman have a job in 5 seconds.
Immediately.
Hey, listen.
I'm curious to know how much Howie gets paid, or what GM. He should be the highest paid by far.
Whatever the highest was getting besides him, he should be getting double. Because this dude is ridiculous.
Did y'all see Jacksonville's hire?
Duval. Director or something.
The GM. Did you see the new GM?
Yeah.
I bet you're talking about Duval.
You talking about Gladstone?
No, he hired the Rams scouting director or some guy like that.
Yeah. He's a personnel executive. Yeah.
If you're from the South, you know it ain't said like that. That was pretty bad.
I used to live in Jax, so yes. And one of my co-hosts is a Jags fan, and the other one's a Saints fan. So yeah, the Jags are a hot topic on there all the time.
That was pretty good.
Listen, Howie Roseman has proven to be one of the greatest GMs, and with a quick turnaround time with the draft and the free agency. I mean, just layups everywhere. And two, like, listen, it was one draft where we passed up on Justin Jefferson. I don't know if you guys remember that. We took Jalen Reagor. We took Jalen Reagor, who's not even in the league no more. Justin Jefferson was sitting right there at 16, and we just said, no, let's take Jalen Reagor from what was it? TCU,
right?
TCU.
Yeah. You know, everyone passed up on Justin Jefferson because they thought he wasn't going to be better, because they didn't think he was better than Jamar Chase.
Stupid.
Jalen Reagor still in the league.
That's the reason why I passed him up. They thought Jamar Chase was the guy, but they realized, man, we effed that one up.
Big time.
I mean, even if Chase was the guy, you couldn't go wrong with Jefferson.
You couldn't. But people,
you couldn't.
Chase to me is top 3 in the league. Top 2. Chase.
Who's number 1 then?
I still got Jefferson number 1.
I got Jefferson 1 too.
I got Jefferson number 1.
He's consistent, like
in
everything.
For sure.
Yeah.
So I got Jefferson 1, I got Chase 2, and then 3. I would say Tyreek Hill, but he had kind of a shitty year this past year.
Tyreek Hill's my top 5 no more. Not no more.
Yeah.
Not no more. Yeah.
What about AJ?
I want to say something since I got somebody on here that's a fan. One of the up and coming quarterbacks that I think is going to do something. Bo Nix.
Bo Nix.
I think you got something up there. I think you got something up there in Denver.
All right. Let me tell you something. Let me keep it.
And it's funny because on the day of the draft, John shitted all over Bo Nix.
I did too.
Not more than me.
JC was there, Nick was there, Terrell was there. I wanted Michael Penix to be the quarterback, and the Falcons pulled some BS. And then Gurley, they must knew something we didn't know. Well, we did know. They just knew, like, man, we really screwed up giving Kirk Cousins all that money. Let's have some insurance.
Mm-hmm.
And we took and I was me and Trey was talking about this the other day at work. We were like, Sean Payton had his mind made up. Bo Nix was going to be his guy. No matter where he was at, this was going to be who his guy was.
Yep.
So, and then he proved me wrong. He got us to the playoffs. Now we ran into the wrong team, but I mean, we was happy to be there. Now go make some noise next year, and let's keep putting the right pieces around him to make sure that he's a successful quarterback.
I've been watching that guy. I used to live in Columbus, Georgia for 20 years. I've been watching that guy since he was an Opelika. That dude sleep. I mean, his dad's down there at Central High right now. He's that. I mean, he's football through and through. I mean, his dad's also a former Auburn quarterback. Of course, Auburn ran him out of town, just like Bama did Jalen Hurts. But both of them came back on their feet. But I think you got something there in Denver.
I think we do too. I think we do too. I think we do too.
I think with Denver is listen. Next year is going to be a telling year. Sophomore slump is for real. I mean, you see with C.J. Stroud, you're probably going to see it with the Washington Commanders quarterback Chase. I'm not Chase, but Jaden Daniels. You're probably going to see it. It's going to happen. I mean, the second year is always telling. So the mere fact of the matter is, in Denver, let's see how well he does the second year versus this first year, because nobody was expecting the rookie to do this.
I'm gonna have to stop you there. I'm gonna have to stop you there. As a Texans fan and the person that holds lots of stock in them, right? It ain't got shit to do with the sophomore slump. I thought that for the longest part of the season, right? I really thought
it was injuries.
One, it was injuries. I agree with you, Nick. But our offensive coordinator, Bobby Slowick, could not make adjustments in the second half. CJ did look like he was out there throwing like there was ghosts out there. I felt like I was watching Sam Darnold in the Jets. But Bobby Slowick just could not make adjustments. And that was the reason why D'Amico was like, bro, it's been great. It's been real. It's been great, but it ain't been real great. Get the fuck out of town. And no one here wants you here. And you're my boy, but get out. So
who's your new OC? Who's your new OC?
He came the tight ends coach. We brought him over from the Rams. So it was supposedly a kind of a CJ thing. They wanted him. He kind of wanted him because he knows the offense, and he's going to let CJ kind of work more instead of doing this bullshit that he was doing. But I think the fact of where I was going with this was with Bo Nix, we may see some regression a little bit, but he's got Sean Payton, Sean Payton, right? I think Sean Payton's going to do everything he can to keep him from regressing. And then Jaden Daniels is going to keep Cliff at least one more year. I don't think either one of those quarterbacks regress as bad as CJ did, because their offensive coordinators are better and their coaches are in better positions to keep the quarterbacks upright per se, that other than the fact of what CJ had to deal with this season. So I don't think it's gonna, I don't think it's as cut and dry as the sophomore slump. Yes, it may be some regression, but it's not falling off the cliff like CJ did, kind of.
We will see, because
you could call it a cliff, but they did make it to the playoffs.
They made it far in the playoffs. Yeah. Oh, wait, you talking about Denver? Denver didn't make it far in the playoffs.
No, I'm talking about Houston. I mean,
Houston didn't either.
He fell off a cliff, but I wouldn't call it that. Numbers wise, but they were successful.
I mean, just look at Jalen Hurts, his sophomore year. He had
the Saints and the Raiders. Sophomore year. That's a different story.
Nick, who are the Raiders going to draft? Because I'm really interested in, like, I've been hearing all these reports about they may want to draft Cam Ward, maybe not. The door, maybe not. And I'm hearing a bunch of mixed reports where they feel like the quarterback draft this week and every team should just look for free agency that got the first 5 picks. So, I mean, what are we doing here? I'm interested for the Raiders and to know who they're going to pick, because Tennessee, I'm sure they're going to pick a defensive end or
Tennessee probably they're gonna get Abdul Carter probably.
Yeah,
that dude is good. That's why I want the Raiders to draft. But I think that the Raiders are going to do is, now if you've been paying attention to what Tom Brady's been preaching as far as these quarterbacks, he basically Brady's going to want the Raiders to get a quarterback that's going to be able to sit for like maybe a year or two and be ready to just go out there and do your thing and ball when you go out there. So I think what they're going to do is they're going to end up drafting a quarterback probably in the second or third round. Excuse me. From what I'm hearing, it's going to be Jackson Dart.
It better be. That's who I hope you get, man. I hope you get Jackson Dart. Yes.
Yep. Oh yeah. That's who I think that they're going to try to go after in the second round. And I think first round they probably go with best player available, like how they did last year. And then in free agency, they're probably going to end up getting one of these, hopefully they don't overpay a guy like Sam Darnold, but that might end up happening.
It's going to happen. It's
Yeah. But look, Sam Darnold better quarterback option than what we had last year. So any quarterback. If we had some type of quarterback play last year, maybe we win 8 games. Just maybe, because we for sure lost about 5 games. Where if we had a quarterback that was competent, we could have done something for sure. Especially against the Falcons. If we had a quarterback against the Falcons, we would have won. Sorry ass Desmond Ritter. Man.
I was like trying to figure out why is Desmond Ritter still employed in the NFL. This man,
Dog.
like, he foreshadowed his own demise with that Uber Eats commercial, whatever commercial. It's like, yeah, you need to be working Uber Eats. You shouldn't be a quarterback at all.
We only called him because Gardner Minshew got hurt, and
that's all.
I think yeah, and then what's his name got hurt too. Aiden O'Connell ended up getting hurt was already hurt around the time that Minshew got hurt. So they brought him in, and it was like a short week. And they was like, we're not going to play O'Connell. We're going to play sorry ass Ritter. And yeah. And I mean, and I watched that game. That game was terrible. That was heartbreaking to watch because I'm like, dog, if he wasn't so trash, we'd probably be whooping their ass. They're only, and look, you know how bad that game was? Kirk Cousins won the game and got bitched.
That's horrible. I think the Raiders should have a fair shot with Pete Carroll as head coach. Pete Carroll is a wizard with offenses, so we'll see how that moves.
Who's the running back over there?
Who is the running back?
That might be addressed in the draft for free agency.
Because that's the
That's
I mean,
that's definitely going to be the Broncos.
Look, all I know is this: if quarterbacks are gone by that pick, and Abdul Carter is gone, and the receiver from Arizona is gone, if all of them are gone, you should go ahead and draft Genty.
Genty?
Yes.
I'm not too. Yeah, I think Genty's good for what he is, but
because ultimately y'all get Shedeur Sanders.
yeah,
He'll be available in the 2nd round. Y'all can do Genty.
Shit.
2nd round? What?
Shit. No way he's available in the 2nd round. There's no way. Look,
Shedor's gone in the 1st round.
Look. If Shedeur is available past the Raiders, I guarantee you somebody's trading up to get him.
So he's gonna end up. We're gonna fuck around and end up with the Browns. They're gonna trade for him. That's what's gonna happen.
I don't look
But the Browns got the 2nd pick. Oh yeah. So they'll try to trade for him, and then with Travis, they'll try to have that connection up over there.
Dog, that's going, man. Hell,
That's sell tickets.
Shedeur is going in the 1st round. Everybody's saying that.
Shedor's going in.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt he's going in the 1st round.
Yeah,
Shedor's gone, bro.
He will not get past the 6th pick. Book it.
He's not. Look, if he gets past the Raiders, there's going to be trades for that number 7 pick. Guaranteed. Somebody's going to move up. Something's going to happen because somebody's going to draft him. He's not going to be available. If he's available in the 2nd round, you can have my paycheck.
Saints, what pick do y'all have? What pick do y'all have, Saints?
9. They have 9, don't they?
9.
I think they have either 9 or 10.
Here's the
Like
draft
that,
order. I got the draft order right here. It's Tennessee 1, Cleveland 2, Giants 3, Patriots 4, Jaguars 5, Raiders 6, Jets 7, Carolina 8, Saints 9, Bears 10. And then you got San Francisco and Dallas right outside the top 10.
Who's 7?
Well, Carolina's not taking a quarterback because
Jets are 7, I believe.
Jets are 7.
Look. There's no way that Shedeur goes past the Jets. No way.
Yeah.
No way. There's no way he goes past the Jets. There's no way.
Unless Deion says he don't want to go to that
Prescott, and they take Shedeur.
Jets should not pick up Shedeur. I mean, Jets need to work on the offense.
Hey, John, I'm the one that told you that, fam.
That's why I dropped. That's why I died. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I just don't see Shedeur not going in the 1st round. It's not going to happen. Not Deion's son, bro. I'm sorry. The name alone is going to give him pick somewhere.
I'm
sorry.
Yeah.
That's a hot
Daniel
take,
Jeremiah seems to think that Shedeur is going to go to the Raiders at 6, which I'm not too keen on. I hope, I kind of, for Nick's sake, I don't think that he needs that fucking shit in his life.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be all right.
Hey,
He got Brady.
he's better than
He'll be
New
all right.
York.
He got Brady here. Brady looks at him like another son, dude. He'll be all right.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
he
guess
got-
it's kind of close.
Like
It's
different strokes.
Colorado's close to Vegas, so he kind of keep his dad one eye on him a little bit. So
Yeah, it's not.
He'll be all right. Brady gonna make sure he okay. Brady gonna make sure he move in with him. He gonna be like, look, you go both. None of this is gonna happen to you. You're smarter than this.
Nah,
Hopefully.
Deion too busy focused on Nikki Bella or Carucci. Let me shut up.
Oh, wait, that's
John.
a real thing? That's a real
John,
thing?
That is hate.
John, that's hate, dog.
That's
That
the
has
real
nothing to do with sports.
I respect the man's taste.
Let Prime be
Excuse
great,
me?
man. Stop hating.
I respect the man.
Yeah,
I respect.
stop
Yo,
hating.
chill, Nick.
Okay,
My
okay. all right,
Hey,
all right.
that Bella twirl still do it for me.
You said who?
There's
That
Carucci
Bella
or
twirl
Nikki
still do it for me.
Bella Twirl.
Hey,
Bella.
all right,
I
man.
love you, Michael. Sorry.
All right, good folks. We are last question I have to present. Who was the first wild card team to win the Super Bowl?
Ooh.
Giants.
Giants.
No, it was the Raiders.
Are you sure? Let me put the little timer on for you guys.
Redskins.
I like Giants.
Who was the first wild card team to win the Super Bowl?
it wasn't that Raiders team that we were just talking about.
80?
Was it not?
81?
Believe it was.
All right.
the
So the
Redskins?
answer is the Raiders. Yes, the
Yes,
Raiders were the
mhm.
first wild card team
Wow.
to win the
Yeah,
Super Bowl.
in 81. In 81.
Full circle
Nice.
moment. Full circle.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yes.
Shout out Jim Plunkett, you heard?
Excuse me?
Jim Plunkett.
Jim Plunkett.
Nick,
He was the MVP of that Super Bowl, I think.
Yes, he was.
Everybody else got asked this question. Who was the greatest Raiders quarterback ever?
The greatest Raiders quarterback ever. If you're talking
That's
about
what
like,
I say, John.
look. If you're talking about a guy who played like as far as like quarterback wise, best quarterback, it was probably Rich Gannon. But you will hear a lot of people say Ken Stabler because of
It's Kenny
he's an iconic one. But you could also say Jim Plunkett. Jim Plunkett won too.
He's up there.
Definitely up
But
there.
they're gonna say Ken Stabler. But the best Raider, I think the quarterback, I think the Lace is probably between him and, even though he didn't win with the Raiders, but he was still a very good quarterback, was probably Carson Palmer.
Carson Palmer
He
was
was
a good
good.
one.
He was good with
Damn, I
them.
forgot
Carson Palmer. We were just trash during that time, So, and he walked into a situation where it was a bad situation. He still put up very good numbers. I think if we would have actually kept him, something different would have happened. But we let him go to Arizona, and the rest is history up over there. He might have solidified himself up.
Crazy part, y'all traded for Carson Palmer. He was on the couch.
Sure was.
He
On the couch.
Either pay me or I'm retiring.
Raiders
Mhm.
is an interesting organization because they have a few players like in the wide receiver position. The greatest Raider is
Was the greatest Raider in general?
wide receiver.
Oh, Tim Brown.
Tim Brown?
A lot
Wait,
of
Jerry
times,
Rice was on that
a
team.
lot of times Jerry Rice pops up in people's minds.
I was
Man, fuck all that. Tim Brown.
That was like
Tim
retirement.
Brown.
Tim Brown, number one.
Tim Brown.
Where's Fred Belitnikoff?
Belitnikoff.
Yes,
Number
good
two?
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on now. Yeah. Nah, hell no. Not Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice might have been the best receiver in general to lace up to wear a Raider jersey, but no.
What was his number?
No.
What was his numbers as a Raider versus his numbers?
They weren't great.
They were nice. They were nice.
They were still decent.
Boom.
He was still putting up 1,000 yards, but no, hell no. It's definitely Tim Brown.
If Jerry Rice wasn't there, would Tim Brown be Tim Brown? That's a
Yeah.
question.
They
He wasn't over there for that long.
Yeah.
They was teammates.
Oh, what?
They interject.
I'm just saying, just a posing question.
I remember
Okay.
making prop bets on Jerry Rice when he was a Raider. plus or minus 5 receptions and making money.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, he was still
He was,
balling.
yeah, he was still. They wasn't like 49ers, Jerry Rice, but he was still balling.
That's crazy.
Yeah, y'all
All right,
have
good.
an interesting organization, but go ahead.
Hold on.
Tim Brown was putting up 1,100, 1,200 yards.
Without Jerry Rice, he's still. I mean,
for like 10 years before Jerry Rice even got there. So
Yeah.
I got some questions for you guys. I got questions. All right. First question out of 10. Where does Jalen Hurts fall in the league in top 5? If you got him in your top 5, where does Jalen Hurts fall?
He's not in my top 5.
Okay. He's not in my top 5. I got him like somewhere between like 6, like somewhere around 6 or 7.
Me too.
I'm biased. I'm not even going to answer that.
I got him behind Derek Carr.
What?
I know you bullshit.
Oh no! Hell no!
Hey,
what?
Mute this motherfucker, Mike.
Hey, what kind of voodoo did you play your drink, dog?
What the hell moonshine you drinking?
Not even me, I would have never said that, man.
Do you believe in Derek Carr? Dale?
Shit, Nico was better than Derek Carr, man.
Oh,
damn right he is.
Lord, no, you didn't. No, you didn't try him like that. Okay.
Dale, do you believe in Derek Carr at all?
Nobody
I don't believe him. That's my guy. Let's go, Derek Carr.
This man said Derek Carr. Cody, I didn't hear you. Where's Jalen fall for you, man?
I think he's close. He's a 5 or 6. Like I just got to obviously Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, just Joe Burrow, and then 5, man.
You better not put Herbert there. You better not.
No. I'm a pull one out of the bag, and you're all gonna say you're stupid, but I like Matthew Stafford, and I've always liked Matthew Stafford. That's 5.
That's the guy.
That's my 5th. I think he's my 5th. He's my 5th. I think so.
Might be next quarterback.
I would argue that. I can argue. Damn, it's hard to argue that because
the simple fact of the matter is, I think Matthew Stafford had Jalen Hurts beat in that game, and then the fucking defense turned around and just shit all over the place. So I'm just saying, Jalen Hurts is Jalen Hurts. But I don't think it's bad to be number 6, man. At this point,
I'm not hearing Lamar over Hurts. We need to end that. We got to.
Why?
Like he puts up. I mean, he wins. We win. We win. It's 2 Super Bowls. Lamar has he won a playoff game?
He's all.
That's not an individual stat, though.
Come on now. Come on now. I get what you're saying, man, but we ain't gonna do that. There's levels to this. It's Mahomes, Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar, and you can have after that, y'all just gotta fall in line.
Lamar is entertaining. He's entertaining, but he ain't winning no damn games. He's not.
You asked me the same question this time last year, I would have said C.J. Stroud is in the top 5. But this same time last season, I would have said that exact same thing. But Jalen Hurts at 5, 6, this is like we're at inches rather than feet. The feet are Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and then 5 and I mean you have, like I said, that's two Super Bowl winning quarterbacks right there. Jalen Hurts and Matthew Stafford, 5 and 6. And the other guys, 3 in front of them, never won a Super Bowl. 3 in front of them have never won a Super Bowl, and then the one at the top's won what, 3 or 4?
Let's be clear.
Whatever, however many
if Joe Burrow has Aaron Donald, that Super Bowl is a whole lot different.
But he never been to the Super Bowl. So if you put Joe Burrow on the Eagles squad, do you think Joe Burrow would have won?
Oh my God!
Would have beat the shit out of the Chiefs.
Back in football.
Oh my Lord!
With Saquon too? Oh, Nick, man, hell yeah.
5,000 yards.
Oh my Lord!
Almost 5,000 yards,
bro.
Come on, man.
Oh my God,
bro. Joe Burrow, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and Saquon Barkley
and Dallas Goedert.
Wait.
That defense.
No, if you put Lamar Jackson over there, it's the same thing.
No. No.
Man, you are tripping.
Yes, I love it. Let's go. Let's go.
No,
Literally.
no.
I'm gonna talk
No,
about like the
Hey,
award.
Kwame, what's the hate against Lamar, man?
I just say he
It
just
sounds
can't
like a
win
little
the-
undertone hate.
He can't win the game. He's not won in the playoffs when he's been expected to win. That's all. That's all.
He keeps losing to the Chiefs and Buffalo. Those are like the top. And he's beat.
And we just got finished whooping the Chiefs' ass. Point blank. Period.
Yeah.
Jalen got it done.
Nah, he's not. He's not better than Lamar Jackson. Dog. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Nah.
Jalen has won on every level. Lamar, he has not. Jalen, I'm telling you, that
if you put Lamar Jackson in Alabama,
there's more competition on Lamar's side than there is Jalen.
if you put Lamar Jackson on Alabama with that team, there's no way.
Bill roll. What the fuck we? I'm joking.
Dog.
Joking.
Dog. If you would have had, if they would have put him up over there in that championship game, Jalen Hurts got bitched. Lamar Jackson wouldn't have got bitched.
Never.
And Lamar,
he would not have gotten benched in that game. He would not have gotten benched in that game.
I think we're underestimating like Lamar Jackson progressing over the time in terms of him being a actual quarterback versus him taking off.
Exactly.
But he's progressed over time. He hasn't regressed. So in college, that's what I'm saying. Look at stat. But in college, Lamar played for who? Louisville, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. What conference is that? What conference is that?
ACC.
ACC. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Miami Hurricanes, we trashed. I own up to that. But in the SEC, it's a different ball game.
He was against the Clemson team that won a national championship. He beat the dog shit out of them.
Okay.
Sure did.
Okay.
But when it mattered, Coleman.
People arguing that Deshaun Watson should have won that Heisman. Let's be real now.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson. Yeah, for sure.
I have this argument all the time. We talking about in college, the SEC versus ACC is night and day.
Yeah, of course.
Listen. Hey, look, Clemson had a great team. Clemson had like 2 years in a row. You Trevor Lawrence and you got Deshaun Watson, quarterbacks. That's a once in a lifetime thing, right? SEC, consistency. Who's in the championship consistently in the SEC? You talking about you take Lamar Jackson, put him on that team. What we saying?
Shit, put him on Bama, on Georgia.
You put him on. If you put that nigga on Bama,
that's a cheat.
Hey, look, dog, that shit would be
not in my top 10. In fairness,
I got Jalen.
That shit would not have been fair at all.
I'm just saying the difference between if we're talking about quarterbacks right now, Jalen Hurts was closer in passing yards this season to Derek Carr than he was to Lamar Jackson.
Yes,
it's 900 yards different, 800 yards different between him and Derek Carr, and 1,300 between him and Lamar Jackson, and 29 or 2,700 between him and Joe Burrow. So I'm just saying your numbers are a little skewed. I get it. Jalen Hurts has won a Super Bowl. Don't get me wrong. Great guy. He's from Houston. I love the kid. Love him. But I don't think he's cracked the top 5 yet.
No.
Fair.
I think Jalen is top 5. I mean, in terms of look, what I should have looked at the numbers before. And I hate even bringing this team up because somehow they get brought up every time, everywhere. Cowboys. What the fuck was Troy Aikman doing? Have you looked at Troy Aikman's numbers? Has anybody looked at Troy Aikman's numbers?
I agree.
What? Troy Aikman was still regarded.
You ain't gonna tell Nick that.
He's ass. He's a Dallas Cowboys quarterback. I don't care how good he is. He's an ass.
It's Troy Aikman and Terry Bradshaw.
Terry Bradshaw's terrible. Fuck Terry Bradshaw.
He wasn't even the best quarterback on his college team, by the way. Terry Bradshaw was
trash. This dude was trash.
Was better.
This dude was trash.
Troy Aikman is still regarded as a great. You had Emmett
because
Smith.
he went to Dallas. He played for Dallas. You put that dude on the on any other mediocre ass team in the 80s or 90s. He's not even. He's not that good. Like he was. You put fucking Dan Marino on that. We're doing this. Put
Oh
Dan
my
Marino
God.
on that Dallas
Oh my
Cowboys.
God.
Put
Oh
Dan
my
Marino on
God.
that Dallas Cowboys
Dan
team.
Marino in
He might be the
Dallas?
first guy
not
to
even
get
a fair
three-peat.
comp. That's not even a fucking fair
I'm
comp.
just saying.
Dog.
Three-peat.
If Dan
Dog.
Marino is in Dallas, we might be calling him. We might be talking about him versus Brady as GOAT. And we're talking about
Dog.
that now.
He's the first
Yeah.
quarterback to three-peat. That
Dog.
49ers team does not beat them with Dan Marino.
Dog. Dog.
Listen, you guys.
That is crazy. That is a crazy thought.
All I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say, I put Jalen at number 5, right? And but Troy Aikman was on that team, but Troy Aikman doesn't get as much flack and shit as Jalen Hurts does, and it doesn't make any sense because Troy Aikman had a stacked team. Jalen Hurts
Mhm.
has a stacked team. I'm not. Is it a 1-for-1? Maybe not. How many Hall of Famers with the Cowboys versus the Eagles right now? I mean, we don't know, but
no, yes.
stacked team.
Cowboys fan base took that team over the top. All they had to do was win. Like if Dak Prescott were to win the Super Bowl this year, he would be up there in the Cowboys fans.
Yeah.
It's just the fan base is going to drive you over the top.
If Josh Allen wins a Super Bowl, they're gonna be calling him the next coming of Jesus. One Super Bowl in Buffalo. That's it.
I mean, it may be.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, for real.
I'm a
That's
Josh
it.
Oh
Allen.
yeah.
Like $3
Hey, look,
million.
all Josh Allen need to do is just win over there. It's a wrap.
That's it.
That's it. It's a wrap. He just need to win one. He already got the MVP. Just win that one chip. He good.
I'm a huge Josh Allen fan.
But that's what I'm saying. It's a different regard when it comes to Jalen and talking about him and where he stacks up against the like again, the quarterbacks you guys named in front of him are stacked. Pat Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar, like all those names, yes, they've got a lot of accolades, but in the big game where it counts, Jalen is where it counts. I got him 5, a strong 5, and I can make that argument all day. Listen, Matthew Stafford, I'm not mad at that. Cody, I'm not mad at that. Matthew Stafford recently won one, 4 years ago? He got a Super Bowl. He has his stats. He played with a shitty Detroit team for about 10 years, got his ass beat, had Megatron. All he did was throw up the fucking Megatron every fucking time he got
He
it.
made Megatron.
He made
What are you
Megatron.
talking about?
No, come on.
Oh my God, bro. What are we talking about, bro? What are we saying? He made Megatron. Have you
Let's slow that
have
down.
have you watched a Georgia Tech game when Megatron and he had trash?
Yes, I know. I was
talking
being
about?
facetious.
Oh, okay,
being
I was about to
facetious.
say.
As a Georgia Bulldog fan, I have to
I
shit
think-
on the guy from Georgia Tech.
Okay.
Yeah,
I had to make sure.
makes
Just
sense.
like I would say that Peyton Manning made Demaryius Thomas, right?
Well,
Another
Well,
yellow jacket I can shit on. R.I.P.
I mean, I lived it, so we had. I mean, the only thing I could compare to Demarius had was Tebow, so can't really say much.
Hey,
Hey.
man, you beat the Steelers.
All right.
Bravo, and Tebow.
So you guys have basically made your point. It's just me and Kwame that got Jalen. Well, Kwame ain't even saying no. He opted out. So I got Jalen in my top 5. So that is what it is. So I'm not even gonna argue with you. It's gonna be a dog pile. Next question: will the Eagles return to the Super Bowl? I need to know.
As in repeat.
Next year in general, in the next couple of years.
Next year.
That's a
Will we
vague
return to the
question.
Super Bowl?
Okay.
I'm
Is
saying
Kellen
no.
Moore still there?
No.
Too soon, Dale. Too soon, Dale.
What did he say?
He says, "Is Kellen Moore still there?"
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank y'all, by the way.
Yeah, that's too soon.
I'll say no.
That's too soon.
That's too
I couldn't
soon.
believe when I heard it. I'm like, damn.
That's too
I
soon.
say no because statistics show otherwise.
They may. I got 'em going back.
in the Chiefs.
I got y'all going to the NFC Championship at least.
And who's beating us in the NFC Championship?
Saints.
Saints.
Nah, I would say Detroit because Detroit had a fucked up defense because all of them were pretty much gone the whole entire season. So if they had that defense, I think it probably would have been a different story. And if they have Montgomery and Gibbs healthy at the same time, I think they could beat the Eagles in the NFC Championship.
They breaking their
ran
rookie
those
That's wishful
coordinators.
thinking. That's wishful thinking.
They breaking their rookie coordinators.
It is. I mean, you got to go with your team, regardless of how dire the situation is behind Carr. You know,
He ran those guys into the ground.
I think you guys don't even win the division.
Damn, you don't got us. I mean, that is a thing. NFC East doesn't.
You don't win the division. The team that wins the division is the Commanders because they're the only one that has not lost significantly. People like the coordinators. Out of all those teams you guys just talked about, Lions lost both the coordinators.
Breaking in new coordinators.
Y'all's lost your coordinator. Your defense coordinator didn't go anywhere, but your offensive coordinator did. A little bit suspect, right?
Defense wins championships, though, right?
I'm just saying. But the defense and Washington only going to get better, and their coach is a defensive coach. So
that's what you think. I think Jaden Daniels going to regress.
I said the same thing, but hey, listen.
I don't know.
I think
I gotta wait and see.
Got against JD5.
He did a lot of scrambling and a lot of lucky shit happened. I think he's going to regress.
Go Tigers.
Well, yeah, that's my take on it. I think they'll return. The rest of you guys are skeptical. Third question. We got will Zach basically all our free agents for the Eagles. Will any of them return? I got Zach Bond, I got Josh Sweat, Milton Williams, and Mekhi Becton. Any of those, do you think by any chance we'll at least sign half of those guys back?
Y'all need to prioritize Mekhi Becton and Zach Bond. I think you can kiss the baby on Josh Sweat.
I think Sweat's out of there.
Williams gone too.
He's gone.
I think Sweat is gone.
Nick talks about him before, man. He's gone.
Let him go take it. Let Milton's ass go take his money somewhere else.
Yeah,
you don't need him that much.
Yeah,
you need to try to keep Sweat. That's the only one that one and Zach Bond make the most sense that you should keep. Get and dump the Bryce Huff with the June 1st designation to get your money.
I was thinking the same thing.
I keep Mekhi Becton because he had a better. Obviously, this dude was a bust with the Jets. But clearly, y'all did something that showed by moving him from tackle to guard, where it still kept him in the NFL. And I just think O-line continuity is very important. Y'all got one of the best left tackles in my lineup, right tackles in Lane Johnson. Obviously, Landon Dickerson, the Jurgens, and then the center. Obviously, we replaced Kelsey. Keep that O-line together. That's why I say keep Mekhi Becton and Zach Bond, because I just think people are going to always overpay for pass rushers.
And that's the exact reason why we're going back to the Super Bowl. We're still together in the trenches.
Well, okay. On to my fourth question then. Will Jalen have success with this new OC? Because apparently you guys don't believe in that. I think that he'll be okay.
I mean, he had a down year last time. And then he bounced right back, and they won a Super Bowl. So I believe he could be good with the new OC.
You guys,
he's going to take more control of the offense now too.
I think
I would say as long as they keep running the ball with Saquon and playing to Jalen's strengths, he should be all right.
As long as he's comfortable with the OC, I think he's good. Well, Brian Johnson was our OC the year we had that down year. He didn't really know what the hell was going on.
Sucks.
Yeah,
that dude's he's probably a referee in high school somewhere right now. He does not need to be coaching anywhere.
Yeah, we just had a down year for coordinators in general that year. So, moving right on to my fifth question: who are the Eagles drafting? Who do you think? Because we're 30 seconds.
Y'all draft the best player available.
Who? Who?
Y'all picking 32. Just draft the best player available. Draft whatever need y'all have. Just draft the best player at that position.
That's FTC player available.
Yeah.
Probably a
Mighty
corner.
offensive lineman.
It says they hate.
I'm a Big Ten
Hey,
guy.
Dale, what if they draft someone from LSU?
I mean, hey, it
We
wouldn't
staying in the
surprise me.
SEC then.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
surprise me.
Anybody going in the top 2 from LSU? 2 rounds, I said.
Yeah, Will
It'd
Campbell,
be-
We might trade it away, honestly. I mean, if we looking at it.
offensive tackle.
Sweat leaves in free agency, and Jack Sawyer there from Ohio State
I like that.
down there at 32. If he's there, if he makes it past Detroit, that's a nice pick.
I like
I
that.
think that's a good
If we
one.
got the money, we should holler at Sweat.
Y'all might. We took Bond from you guys, so
I mean, let's just be real. They didn't value him. He was a fucking special teams guy. Okay.
I mean,
And then y'all turn him into
panned
a
out.
Super Bowl, into a mini Malcolm
beast.
Smith.
All
Just never
pro
know.
first
It's a diamond
team.
in the rough, man.
I mean,
it's a
you're
diamond in the rough.
right. You're right, Cody. We didn't value Azaloni either. Look what he did over there in Detroit.
Yeah.
And you guys didn't value CJ either.
Yeah, we did.
Well,
Yeah.
CJ was a crazy person.
Yeah, he
He
liked
still
to fight
is.
people.
Yeah.
Still
He's
is.
like just as crazy.
That's my
It's-
guy. You can ask John. That's forever my guy.
It's crazy.
No,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
DJ, GJ.
Matter of fact, you guys let Lattimore go to the Commanders
Lattimore's
too.
trash.
Yeah, he was wasted goods at that point. He was
He's
damaged
trash.
goods.
He was
Send-
hurt.
He wasn't
Nick
top
the
5
link.
anymore.
They won't let him
Probably
back
still
in.
hurt.
Okay, let me.
Send Nick the link. It won't let him back in. He's having issues, I think.
All
I
right,
love-
I
I
just
like
resent-
He stopped
Lattimore
being,
with
he
the,
stopped being top
Commanders.
5. He stopped being
just
top
resent the
5 like
tone.
2 seasons ago.
Who?
Lattimore.
Lattimore.
Yeah, Lattimore. I don't know what was going on with Lattimore, but
I mean,
What you
if
guys-
you
He's
watched
hurt.
if you watched us at nauseum, we
Always.
would always talk about never play Mike Evans when it came to Marshawn Lattimore because they
Oh,
would
yeah.
fight, and then when they played them in the playoffs, we said make sure you fire up Mike Evans against Marshawn Lattimore, and what does he do? Toast the shit out of Marshawn Lattimore. So
who's the worst? Who's the most fierce competition? We talk about wide receiver and cornerback. I mean, it could be recent or it could be past. Like mine, Andre Johnson and Cortland Finnegan.
Dog, that ass whooping Finnegan had on live TV, that shit was hilarious.
I mean, try living it like one of your childhood heroes is beating the shit out of a Tennessee Titan. You love to see it. So
Yeah.
I'll never
And,
forget that
and
day.
Andre is a peaceful guy. It's like you can tell he was dealing with that all game. He was like, you know what? I'm about to put this little nigga to bed.
He not-
Hey,
Who,
KC.
yeah.
who did-
I saw a trivia question the other day on Get Up on ESPN. I told you, and they had obviously everyone talking about Cam Ward, and they asked the question, because we expect Cam Ward's gonna go somewhere in the top 3, but who was
Right.
the highest player drafted out of Miami since?
Vinny Testaverde.
Nope.
David Njoku,
what
What?
position?
Nope.
it's not.
Wait. Quarterback? You said quarterback
No,
or just
just
in general?
player. Just
Player.
player.
Oh.
Like, Kellen Winslow?
No, wasn't Kellen Winslow, wasn't
Lewis?
Njoku. It was Andre Johnson.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
He did go higher than. He did go higher. Yeah,
He went number 3. Y'all took him at number 3, Cody.
yeah. I remember that now.
I ain't told
Yeah.
the guy because I thought about that year with Sean Taylor and what's it?
All right, Dale.
Winning the draft.
Portis?
Okay. Gotcha. I had to look at what was going on. So I see what Dale said. All right. Shout out to Dale. Dale had to leave. John, what were you saying?
Yeah, I thought about that year when when it was Sean Taylor and Kellen Winslow and Vilma and DJ. All them dudes went in the first round picks. Y'all
01.
used to have like crazy.
That was 01, but didn't Dre came out in
03.
23. I mean 03, right? That's
And,
23.
and,
03.
and Sean Taylor and Kellen Winslow was in 04.
Sheesh, that Miami team was so stacked, bro. I could talk about them all day, but I'm not.
It's okay. It's okay. As long as you talk about G-Reg, that's all that matters, dude.
You're not doing that.
I'm not. I'm not going to do that, man. I'll
That's
go
Greg
through the whole.
Olsen.
G-Reg.
Hey, don't forget. I would say Shockley
Greg
too,
the
but
leg.
No, Greg Olsen used to call himself. Used to think he was a rapper in
G-Reg.
Miami, Trail. So he
Yeah.
used to go by G-Reg.
I know.
oh yeah,
I don't know if you guys. I don't know if you guys follow Chisel Adonis. Every time he does his NFL highlights, when he gets to Greg Olsen, he used to do this little fake rap song called him Greg the Leg.
Oh,
Pause,
no.
man. Pause. My God.
Oh, no,
Jesus.
no.
Let's just go to the
Don't
next
forget-
question.
Don't forget Najee Davenport from that team also. The closet
Oh yeah,
guy.
yeah. The what?
The closet guy.
Najee Davenport?
Yeah,
Huh?
he was arrested for defecating in someone's closet.
Oh my God.
Y'all don't remember that, do y'all?
Oh my
I
goodness.
vaguely
All right.
remember that though.
He broke into somebody's house and he took a crap in the closet and got arrested for that.
This dude. I totally forgot about that story.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so-
funny,
He
people
does some
wild
weird
too.
shit.
Next question. Does Travis Kelce retire? Is he
should.
done?
No, I think he's coming
not.
back.
I think one more year.
One more
I
year?
think this is it.
Yeah.
My Trail said.
Is it?
He has to take a pay cut though.
I'm pretty
He's
sure.
not
he
hurting
will.
for money. He's not hurting
Yeah.
for money.
Look who he's dating.
And
Yeah, just to help out the team.
got that deal from Amazon. He ain't hurting for money.
$100
Yeah, just
million
to help out the team, he got to take a pay
Sick.
cut.
Making me sick.
Okay.
Okay.
He ain't got he'll restructure.
I think
One
he's
more
I
year,
think
yeah.
he's playing one more year. He's playing one more year. All right. Next question, Kansas City. What do they need to address?
O-line.
Free agency and
Their
draft.
O-line.
For sure.
Easily the O-line.
And
O-line.
maybe a wide receiver.
That's true,
Matt.
definitely.
I think they stacked it. Unless let me see who the free agencies on wide receiver. Because you said Kansas City needs to address with a wide receiver.
Yeah, they just have
Yeah, they need-
the
They
speedy
need
guy.
a wide receiver.
Marquise Brown is gone.
Worthy,
Nicole
Hopkins.
Hardman's leaving. Brown's leaving. Okay, maybe.
Hop is one.
Hop should
You
retire.
Probably let D-Hop go.
After
I
that
want him to
drop-
come back. I just need him to come back here and retire here. I don't care. Just,
Yeah, he
just
gonna
come
do
back.
After
D-Wade
that drop
thing.
pass, he should give it up.
He's gonna do the D-Wade thing. Retire at his home where he started at. All right, so yeah, I think they need to really address that O-line, if anything. I mean, that should be the first and foremost because it was a few games Patrick Mahomes' blindside got a little nasty after a while. So I mean, they always pick up a good draft pick. Like who thought why did Worthy drop that far in the draft? I'm trying to figure this shit out. Like
Is he
at
Small.
too,
No,
like
oh,
he
He
still
was
should
like-
have dropped that.
He's
He was what?
He kind of reminds me of Shaheed.
I think he was a one-trick pony because he was just a speedster.
yeah.
Hey, I would have thought the Raiders would have picked him up because the Raiders love 4.2 speed. So, just
Well,
a thing right there.
Well, remember how did the Chiefs get him? Who traded?
No more. We found out speed
Do I have to
kills.
say that?
Speed does
The
kill.
team that
Literally.
drafted Keon Coleman in the second round.
The Bills.
All right, Nick, I got what
Who's
you're saying
wrong
on
with Keon Coleman?
that.
No, because the Bills traded their pick to the Chiefs, and that was the pick the Chiefs used to get
Hey.
David Worthy.
Worthy.
I don't know. Hey,
But Keon Coleman's been pretty good this year.
Keon Coleman?
he all right.
He had a decent.
He was doing this
year, I mean,
But the guy that was drafted after him was better. Thad McConkey.
Oh yeah, LA.
Keon Coleman's all right.
Chargers.
He was on my fantasy team this year, Cody.
Who? Keon Coleman?
Yeah. No, McConkey.
Oh, Thad McConkey. Yeah. He took
Is that
Brad
what
to the championship, but he lost to me. So
All right, so next question.
Yeah,
Can Kansas City make it another run at the Super Bowl?
Yes. Hate to say it.
Yes. I
okay.
think we can.
So are we saying another in
Not a
next-
three-peat.
this year? This year?
I
This
think
coming.
this year. Can they make another run to the Super Bowl this
No.
year?
I don't think they make it to the Super Bowl. No.
No,
They won't make
They
it, but I
barely
think
made
they're,
it this
they're, not, they're going to be. They're always going to be contenders.
Yes, contenders, yes, but not another run this year. I think they need to retool.
this
They need
is
to
Joe
retool.
Burrow and Josh Allen's year.
Okay.
Because remember, when they
agree.
lost to Tampa Bay, they didn't go back to the Super Bowl. They lost in the AFC Championship to Cincinnati. So if history repeats itself, it should be the same thing.
Okay.
Sorry to leave
This-
the Texans out, Cody.
I mean, I'm not worried. I think that we may have to wait another year, but if not, I'd be happy to make it to the damn AFC Championship. To be honest with you, like that would just be an accomplishment within itself.
I just
It's
want the
wide
Broncos
open,
to get out
though.
of wild card weekend.
You'll see. We'll see. I think Cody, you got a lot of faith in your team, man. I got to give you that, man. You are
They're tough.
They are tough. They got a great
Yeah,
defense.
that team can catch you. That team can catch you on a bad day anytime.
We figure out who is going to be our second wide receiver outside of Nico Collins. Then we might. That's you talking about a team that needs to address wide receiver. That's
So you're not going to
something
bring
that we need.
Stephon Diggs. Well,
Stephon Diggs too busy digging in somebody.
Hey,
no.
He's too busy doing something else. The next question. Moving right along. When Saquon Barkley playing the way he did he raise the market for running backs to get paid more?
No.
Yes,
he should, but I don't think so.
I'm the same.
I believe he has, because with him and Derrick Henry, the season those two had, now they go. There's someone else going to be looking at their team like, you know what? Maybe we should give our running backs a chance.
True, but how many Saquons and Derrick Henrys out there though?
Exactly. That's what I was getting to.
I mean, what?
Yeah.
Didn't we have
And they went to perfect situations.
It's probably only 5 special running backs, and then it drops off big time.
Okay, can you tell me those 5? What are those 5? I have seriously want to know this 5.
I'm gonna go let's start that guy. What's the guy in Green Bay?
Josh
Josh
Jacobs?
Jacobs.
Raiders.
Yeah.
What am I on next? Who?
Nick is just sour about that shit. He left the Raiders.
What's next? Cody, help me out. Who do you?
I mean, obviously you have Saquon and Derrick Henry. There's 3.
Yeah, those are the top 3.
Yeah. Jameer
He
Gibbs.
literally plays on my team, and if you say anything
Maybe
otherwise, you're smoking crack.
Joe Mixon was good this year.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you don't think he's
Yeah.
in the top 5, you're
No, it's
smoking
not
crack.
Joe is not a game
Brothers
breaker.
against Joe Mixon.
Joe, he's not.
He's
a
at least
game breaker,
5.
though.
He's at least 5.
But he's not in that top game breaking back.
Shit, Joe Mixon.
He
been
literally
like-
was on offense for
Oh
like
no, man!
Yeah.
I had him in my fantasy league. That dude was racking up points.
Shit.
I had that dude in fantasy league. That dude was racking up points.
Hey,
Going crazy.
I guess you got to.
that motherfucker ain't no.
But the problem with Gibbs is if you put him on another
Gibbs is
team,
nice.
it's doing the same thing.
Jameer Gibbs is Jameer Gibbs is what he is, bro. He's great. Like just that comment. It was kind of a cheat code for Detroit to have him and Montgomery in the backfield. It's like, what the fuck? Like, what are you gonna do?
I remember people kind of mocked Detroit, like they were
Mhm.
taking him so high in the draft.
He doing the same thing he did that Bam up over there.
Shit is a cheat code. I think. Gibbs,
Shit.
how many? No, actually, NFL had a record for 1,000-yard running yards. How many? It was like what 15 backs that had 1,000 yards this year.
So we stuck at 4.
I'm trying to think who will be 5th. I mean,
So you
now
got
Robinson should be up there, but he's not. He's still got a ways to go.
no. So your rushers are rushing yards is Saquon, Derrick Henry, Bijan was 3rd, JT was number 4, and fuck that guy. I will never draft him ever again.
I'm about to say Bijan.
Who was the 5th one?
The number 5 is, I mean, obviously that's Jameer Gibbs is 1,400. And then your other guys are like 1,000-yard club are James Cook, Joe Mixon, Najee, Tony Pollard, Rico, James
That's
Conner,
all second tier. Yeah, all
Bucky.
second tier.
I mean, I hate to say it. If he's 100% healthy, you have to put fucking Christian McCaffrey in there just because if he's healthy. But if he's not healthy, if he's not healthy and he's done, he's used up and washed, I don't know. I'd love to say Alvin Kamara is still there, but
no, we're not doing that.
Hey, Trill, stick up for your man. Stick up for your man.
He's 150 yards.
Trill, you ain't sticking up, man.
That organization doesn't know what to do with Kamara, man. I have a feeling we're gonna wind up losing him. But Kamara, he does have the capabilities of running a rushing 1,000 yards. He's just either our old line sucks or the play calling to get him going is trash. But he has the capability. He hasn't done it.
Yeah, I mean, that's where they say Alvin Kamara has never rushed for 1,000 yards.
He's a touchdown guy.
He's never have.
That's
And
crazy.
his best season with Ingram, he still didn't rush for 1,000.
But
Alvin Kamara is like a Swiss Army knife anyway. He's like gets out the backfield and he can run it.
He's literally Jahmyr Gibbs before Jahmyr Gibbs is Jahmyr Gibbs.
That's all. He's a
I see Jahmyr
Gibbs run for 1,000.
and it's kind of similar.
He sure did.
I mean,
we're not a run-heavy team like we should have been back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't think this season should garner running backs to get a bigger contract like deal outside of Christian McCaffrey? Like, I think
it's hard to see it, man.
But I do think Saquon and Henry, they made a statement for running backs. They definitely made a statement.
But at the same time, Christian McCaffrey took him back because if you give the guy the ball, they're going to get hurt.
Christian McCaffrey got a ridiculous amount of money for a running back at that time. I think he got paid. What's his
he always hurt.
Yeah,
he always hurt, and he has no problem getting paid. Fuck him.
I have an infinite kind of a hate for Christian McCaffrey too because it's like he got overpaid. He got traded from Carolina, and I was like, wait, y'all giving him a contract extension over in San Francisco, and he ain't really.
He needs to be in a system like Detroit.
That was family business. Who coached Kyle Shanahan? Daddy coached his daddy, so now his son coaching his son. That's all it was. That was family. That was Bronco family business. That's all it was.
San Francisco family business too, man. His dad played for San Francisco too, so.
But we all whatever.
Ed did win a Super Bowl with the 49ers as well. John, come on.
I look past that.
He said his heart in Denver, though. His heart's in Denver.
Exactly.
That Broncos bias, man.
He might have went to college in Frisco, but he grew up in Denver.
Bullshit.
I mean, C-Mac's cap hit this season is 9.4 mil. So
bye. That's it.
It's only 9.4. Yeah, but his dead cap hit is like 22 mil.
Damn.
Hey.
Unless he restructures.
The Broncos pretty much told y'all dead money don't mean nothing these days.
Yeah, and it's a cash total of 16 million. So his cap hit's only 9. So he's 10th on the team. So Debo and Brandon Ayuk are both way higher than him, and obviously if not both, their asses are gone this season. I think.
Yeah,
Debo's gone. Debo's definitely gone. He's not. He's
Debo gone.
Maybe he can change his wardrobe out of once he leaves San Francisco.
Oh, Lord. Yo, man. I don't even want to talk about his wardrobe. Anyway, let's go to the 10th final question. Will the Eagles acquire Myles Garrett? I think you guys already answered that earlier. No.
And that's not we talking money wise. No.
I think the Lions are gonna be the team all in on Myles Garrett.
Not just money wise. They really, I mean, they could get him. They'll be overkill, but they don't really need him. And like you said, for the money wise, they don't need him. They're perfectly fine with the pass rushers they have. They have good young pass rushers. Yeah, for sure. Because you have to get up with them pass rushers.
Yeah, we got to give up some money. And what, Kwame? What do we 22nd on cap, right?
Oh yeah, we our cap space looks nice.
20th, 13 and a half.
Yeah,
13 and a half. I'm looking at it right now. And then
Detroit.
Detroit.
Did they add on the new money? The new 25?
Yeah, this is new cap figures right now, right as this moment, sitting on spot. And then but Detroit's got 48 and a half.
Yeah, they gonna have a harder time.
That's why Slay's like he's not coming back. Brandon Graham's contract gonna fall off.
I think he's gonna retire.
Yeah, I think Brandon's retiring. Slay said he want to go back to Detroit.
He got 2 rings. He ain't got nothing else to prove, dog. Go.
Man.
Yeah, Brandon's done, man. We really didn't even need him to come back. So we good without him. We good without him. And I think that is the last of the questions. Yeah, we're great without him. That's the last of the questions, folks. Any hot takes? I
don't know what's going on in Denver.
Yeah. Is Israel Adesanye's ex-girlfriend needs to understand her role, that she should not be compensated for the role that she had, and her role was girlfriend and not wife. So
I did see that.
She should stay in her lane and keep it pushing.
Kenyon Martin, stop calling just because LA Hoopers are not soft. If you know, you know. Go watch last night's episode of Sports for You to see why I said that.
I was in that stream where you was talking shit.
Come on,
when John started listing sets and streets and stuff like that, oh yeah, it's a different scenario.
You don't diss the city, man. Nick knows, man. Nick, like you don't diss Nick knows. Me and Nick are from the same side of the track, man. You don't come out here just dissing the east side like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't be dissing LA like basically saying like you don't do that. You're out of towner too. I was really, and it just bothered me because your son plays at a school, is playing at a prep school, dude. Your son ain't playing at like Crenshaw or Westchester or Fairfax or something like that. You playing in the Valley, and there's nothing wrong with that because some of our best ballers, like Nick said last night, came from the Valley. But that's not just piss on LA Hoopers like Brandon Jennings that wasn't sitting right there, and he grew up in Compton and DeRozan, and don't get me started. My bad, Casey.
Hey, listen, John. Listen, there was Byron Scott. I saw a clip of Byron Scott saying. I saw a clip of Byron Scott saying that the toughest player, or no, the most difficult player he has ever had to coach was Kenyon Martin, because Kenyon Martin came in like on his own effing program. He didn't care what nobody said, and I was like, that sounds about Kenyon. So,
by the way, Byron Scott, another LA baller, Morningside High School, Inglewood.
John's heated. Cody, go ahead, man.
Yep.
So
Crip John.
my thing is, can we have the same level of smoke for, even though I hate Deshaun Watson, like I hate the guy. I don't hate him for what he did. I hate him for what he did to the city. I hate that. Can we have the same amount of uproar for Mr. Good Catholic singer man Justin Tucker? Can we please? Can I call him Rub and Tug 2.0? Because I mean that I don't know, bro. I know that shit was in the past. Shit's in the past, but shit's done. Like, come on. I don't know. Maybe that was why he couldn't make a kick or the shit this season. He was trying to tank my fantasy season with those dumbass kicks. But let's just be real. We need the same. Yeah, we need the same amount of smoke that Deshaun Watson got for this guy.
I agree.
I
agree.
Then he not getting this smoke. You know why?
Yeah.
I mean, of course we know why. We know why.
He'll be back next season like nothing happened.
But at the same time, like, let's just be honest. Like, and stop NFL players, get the fuck away from massage parlors. Regardless if you do anything or not, get the fuck away from them. I understand it's a great thing and it's part of part of your training regimen and everything. But come on, let's just be honest.
I blame the Watsons. I blame the Watsons. They fucked this shit up for everybody.
Don't blame Deshaun. Don't bring that smoke over here. Don't blame Deshaun. Don't bring that smoke over here. I ain't been in no massage parlor ever in my life. No me loving you.
They just busted massage parlor right down the road from me, and I live in like a very white neighborhood, right? Like not white neighborhood, and a bunch of people must walk in there, but it's exactly this shit. Walk in there, and they were trying to offer rub and tugs to the police, and I'm like, y'all are stupid, so stupid. So yes, like literally, it's out there. So it's like, it's stupid.
Nick, what you got, Nick? I'm waiting for your take, man. What's your hot take?
My hot
Please
take.
don't steal my shit either. 'Cause I got a hot take too.
My hot take is that these basketball players back in the day, the basketball players back then were busters. That's my hot take of the day. No, just in general. They were busters. Let me break down why. I wish Michael Jordan would tell me I can't eat no damn food after I just finished playing this damn game right alongside your ass. I'll whoop your ass on this, set his ass right there and took it. And just say nothing. He didn't say nothing. You're a buster. You let this dude punk you. You are like about 5 inches taller than this dude, and I weigh him by like about almost 100 pounds. If you don't go ahead and toss this little dude out the way and eat your food, but it just falls into like how they did a lot of stuff back in the day. It's just like, oh, like when I hear them talk about Jordan, I'm like, dog, were y'all talking about a basketball player or your freaking your dream spouse or something? Like y'all sound crazy. I just don't get it. The players of today will never do nothing crazy like that. If you talk to these players crazy like that, you got good luck. That's all I got to say. Mm-hmm. Basketball players back in the day were busters. That's all I got to say. Ain't no way.
I got you. Listen. I got an immense amount of respect for the old school players, 80s and 90s. I don't know about the 70s. They were playing plumbers and shit, but 90s to me was the most grit like era of basketball, and they actually still had hand checking and all that other shit. So I can't disrespect them. I respect the new school too.
Mm-hmm.
I do. The only person I got smoked with for real is John Morant. I don't really like how he handled, and AE too, Anthony Edwards. But that's not my smoke. Kwame, go ahead. I'll be the last one. What's your hot take?
I'm just gonna say go Birds. That's all.
Go. What? You ain't what?
That's all I got. Go Birds.
What? I should drop you from the stage, man. What the fuck?
My Philly's coming up next.
Who's your favorite Philly player? Your favorite Philly player?
Nah.
Of all time?
Yes.
Probably John Krupp, something like that. Just going back in the day.
That's a good. Crucky's a good one, man.
Yeah, those guys were fun back in the day.
Mike Schmidt, Crucky.
Yeah,
I was a.
I'm gonna stay out of the baseball conversation right now.
Aren't you a Dodgers fan?
Yeah, damn right.
What the fuck? Like what? Okay. Anyway,
shut up, John.
Unlimited amount of money like you right now.
Oh, my bad, bro.
Okay, so everybody got their hot
I don't want to hear that shit.
John, you just happy because the Dodgers.
Goddamn right.
Got their little championship. It's all good, man. It's all
good.
It
was that in the parade. The sea of blue that was all over LA Friday.
Y'all re-up. Y'all got a lot of players.
They could have threw that sea of blue in the sea.
Yeah. Nick, an Angels fan.
Oh, Nick, are you an Angels fan, right?
Yeah, damn right I am.
That damn Rendon contract.
Yeah, I know. I've heard it all before.
Who's the best Angel of all time?
Jose Canseco?
Oh no, that's just out of pocket. That is out of pocket.
Trout? So you say Trout's the best of all time? Is that what you said? I think I heard John say that, but I'm not listening to a Dodgers fan.
I've never heard nobody say Canseco before. That's actually pretty funny.
Played with the Angels.
The best Angel player of all.
No, not Angels. Okay.
Well, you know that.
I'm sorry.
But I mean, obviously, I'm trying to think of somebody else besides Trout, John. You know, not go to the straight obvious, but it has to be Mike Trout.
It's either him or Ohtani.
No,
Either Mike Trout or
Mike Trout.
Neither one of you said Gary Anderson.
I'll say Nolan Ryan if I say Ohtani. Fuck
Gary Anderson leads almost every category as the Angels all time, besides like WAR. Come on now, and he's only the one. He won.
I said my favorite. I didn't say best. I said Vladdy's my favorite.
I'll still probably go Trout over Gary Anderson. But
I know it's Gary Anderson, but I said Vladdy because Vladdy's my favorite.
Oh, I mean, if it's your favorite, that's fine.
No.
But I'm just saying.
I'll say Trout over Gary Anderson, but I'm not saying Ohtani. Oh yeah, it's probably between Trout and Gary Anderson for sure.
Casey, sorry, I just
got
I got on a baseball tip. I was trying to get a.
No, you good.
You good.
Get the fuck out of here, though.
Let me get my little hot take out of here, man. Let me get my hot take. This is a fresh one, fresh off the presses. This actually happened. I'm in these Twitter streets. I don't know if you paid attention to what I was tweeting or what I said, but apparently my guy Steve Smith likes to go behind folks and bust people's wives. My hot take is, man.
Why are people shocked?
Listen.
Hold on. Steve Smith.
Steve Smith Sr. Yes. Over here knocking people's wives off. This is
man.
Did you hear about Eddie Jones?
Eddie Jones? No.
The Eddie Jones beef with Tim Hardaway.
What happened?
I never knew that.
Oh yeah. That's like Halliburton.
Yeah, our cousins. Tim Hardaway doesn't like Tyrese Halliburton. Halliburton tweeted back something online saying, ask him why. Because Eddie Jones got Tim Hardaway's wife back in the day.
Oh.
So he's another one.
Hey.
Tim Hardaway got some beef.
This got to be when Eddie was in Miami then.
Yes. And they got him out of there real fast after Tim Hardaway got out.
You listen. Y'all want to know something even crazier?
Mm-hmm.
I found this out maybe like a couple weeks ago. Do you know why Steve Nash divorced his wife?
That one is
forgot.
funny.
Nah.
Steve Nash divorced his wife. Listen, no, this is crazy. He found out his wife was having an affair with Barbosa, but that's not even the big part. That's not even the big part.
Listen, in the chat one day.
Listen, huh?
I think Nick posted that in the chat. Neither somebody posted that in our chat one day.
It wasn't
No,
him.
but check this out. No, it's more to the shit. She not only had an affair with Barbosa, but she had a baby.
Go ahead, Casey.
The baby wasn't even Barbosa. It was Jason Richardson's baby.
It was Jason Richardson.
Whoa.
It was.
Yep.
Listen, what
She's on the streets.
that shit went under the radar so long. I had no idea.
No, the worst affair of all time had to be Delonte West.
Oh. We ain't gonna
Yeah.
talk about the king. I'm sorry. We're not gonna do.
That was the worst one.
We ain't gonna talk about the king. What?
I mean, look how karma caught up to Delonte West, man.
That's
hate. No, we ain't doing that. We're not doing that.
Oh, I'm not hating. I'm just saying, like, actually have consequences, though.
We're not doing that.
We know that Delonte West got some serious.
That shit that's going on with him was going on way before that. Yeah, he got his own demons. That was going on way before that.
Mm-hmm. That's tough.
That's just my hot take.
Hey, look. Hey, if y'all notice, after that, LeBron's mom for sure stopped being on the sidelines.
Yep. Like, stay in the back. Stay in the locker room.
Hey,
actually, no.
LeBron's mom was keep your ass at home.
Wait, hey, I just thought about something.
Keep your fat ass at home.
Wasn't Hulk Hogan's wife doing something with somebody?
Yeah, she messed with one of Hulk Hogan's homeboys. That's why.
Oh yeah.
That was my divorce. She smashed one of his daughters, their daughter's friends. The young dude she was with.
Hey, she made a good choice. She made a good career choice. You know,
it's on tape too.
Wait. Was he black?
Oh my God!
I was about to say, Nick. I was about to...
But look, man.
Hey,
look.
Hey, look.
I was going to say.
I'm just asking the question, dog. I'm just asking the question.
What?
Was he black?
What's the question?
Was it Bubba the Love Sponge?
Was he black?
That was Bubba the Love Sponge. Yeah, that was that one. That video.
Oh my God!
Oh Lord!
Oh my God!
Oh.
Bro. It's horrible. That's horrible.
Oh man, that's pretty bad. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
Okay, so let me finish mine. Let me finish mine. So I got smoke with the guy who aired it out, aired his wife out, aired Steve Smith out, and put Steve Smith's telephone number on the internet for everybody to like just dial it up. Like that's lame. Like, bro, that's 10 years.
That's like 12. That's like 12.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's real. That's weak.
That's weak as hell. It's like, bro,
handle that with your wife.
Yeah. Steve Smith will throw them hands. And two, that's your fault. You should have handled your wife the way you should have handled her. And if you found that out, just divorce her. You got the evidence. You showing the evidence everywhere. It's been like 5 different like pictures of text messages between her and Steve Smith.
Yeah.
It's
Candace, he could have called Steve Smith like a man. He didn't have to put that man's phone number out there on social media. That's
foul.
No, you don't do that. You could have easily handled that situation better as a man. You don't put nobody out there because like you know all these type of creatures when we call Steve Smith's phone now. You gonna to get a number change.
You got to.
He ain't got to change already.
For sure, got to change his number.
Yeah, and he does all that. He does all the stuff for wide receivers. I don't know if you guys follow him like that, but like he does all the breakdowns for all the draft, all the combine, and all the wide receiver stuff. And dude does a really good job. Yeah. Like he does a really fucking good job. Like his wide receiver breakdowns are amazing.
Yes, he knows it's good at breaking down film.
Yep.
Steve, I follow him on TikTok. He definitely is one of those gurus at wide receiver, and he kind of knows.
He saw representatives right there.
What happened?
Hey, apparently he's good at breaking people's hearts too.
Yeah, that too.
Breaking people's eyes?
Wives.
Oh, wives. Oh, wives. Okay, yeah.
No, wives.
No,
yeah. In situations like that, don't go after don't go after the guy. Go after your wife, man. Like, and keep it off the internet, bro. Like, sheesh.
Yeah.
See the comments. But I like Steve Smith.
Yeah, that's lame.
That's pretty lame. All right, good people. Wow, we are.
Me too. Steve Smith.
We are 2 hours in.
Fuck him.
I am going to go ahead and call this a conclusion. We got our hot takes. I want to thank everybody that joined. I want to thank John from Sports For You, Cody from Ballers and Briefs, Nick also from Sports For You, and Trail, who's also from Sports For You, and the wrestling side as well. And shout out to my brother, last but not least, Kwame. You guys have been a great cast. We got this Super Bowl. I just wanted to celebrate the Eagles. I've been talking and planning this for about 3 or 4 weeks with you guys. And I appreciate you taking time out of your Saturdays to come join the KC Sports Show, talk your shit, you know, and also just lavish in Eagle greatness, because whoever your teams are, you motherfuckers won't make it back to the Super Bowl. As long as we around this month, I'm joking. I like to talk my shit. Oh man, you guys have been great sports, man. Again, check them out. I got all their handles down below. If you're watching this, go check them out. Here's free promo. Go ahead, John and Cody. Everybody, give your free promo. Go ahead.
You catch me and my brother Nick Freeze and all of our brother Mark every Tuesday and Friday. Sports For You, 6:45 Pacific time, Tuesdays and Fridays. At Sports For You, as you see on the scroll, at Sports For You podcast. That's sports, the number 4, the letter U podcast on X, Instagram, and Facebook. You can follow me personally at John Watson 0984 on X and Instagram. Nick, tell them where they can follow you, bro.
They can follow me at 99 Gorilla It's NYNE, the number 9. You can't spell gorilla. That's your motherfucking fault.
Hey, I know someone who could spell gorilla. The Phoenix Suns.
Oh,
John. It's still Black
You
History
just gotta
Month.
know
You
when.
can't
You
do
just
that.
gotta know when.
I'm still trying to figure out why their mascots like Mark said. I'm still trying to figure out why their mascot's still a gorilla. We can get the Indians to change from the Indians to the Guardians.
Hey, whoa, hey.
No. All right, John.
Does the
I'm out of
have
here.
to do with a gorilla? That's my question.
John.
Hey, we need to bring back the Redskins. I like that name. I'm joking, good people. I'm joking.
But tell me, what does the sun have to do with a gorilla? But I'm just trying to figure that out.
Oh my God, Cody, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
You can follow us on at Ballers and Briefs we're on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, Instagram, Facebook, and we do fantasy sports. We do mainly through the football season, but it's myself, Brad, and Phil, and Casey's been on there. John and the boys have been on before, or supposed to be on, and I think it was my fault. But anyways, and I will be dropping in on the Sports for You Wrestling in a couple weeks, so
Right.
make sure you pop in with Trell and the boys.
Yeah.
And I dropped our links in the chat. So,
All right, Trell, what you got, man? Go ahead, promote your shit.
Yeah, man. You can follow Sports for You Wrestling on Twitter and Instagram at S4U Wrestling. You can also catch us every Wednesday, roughly around 7:15 p.m. Pacific on Sports for You Wrestling Podcast. And as Cody said, he will be a guest on our show in a couple weeks to go over Elimination Chamber, the fallout of Elimination Chamber. So it's going to be a good show. You can check us out.
All right. And Kwame, we know you ain't got no socials other than your Instagram, so don't worry about it. Just follow Kwame underneath my guys.
damn. He's like, no, you're my brother, but fuck off. That's what you get. You ain't getting no love. No love for Kwame.
I love
no
him.
love for Kwame.
Yes. Just follow the KC Sports Show. You'll be supporting him indirectly if you follow me. All right. Well, I love you all the same, man. I appreciate you guys coming on the show. Again, we got sponsorships. Factor 75 down below. Also, what's the other one? Bet US down below, 125% off. Make sure you check out the link. 125% off on me. And then also we got Poggers, 10% off your first order. Use my code KC Sports 10. And before we get out of here, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you share the link. If you're watching this anywhere else or listening to it on the podcast, share the link. Helps. Again, I want to thank all you good fellas for joining us. This is the KC Sports Show, and we are getting out of here. You guys have a great night. Stay dangerous out here in these streets, good people. Peace.
Peace out.
Luca!
Need 14.